My mission is to unlock the leadership potential within my listener, my customers, if you will. I'm hired to make the process of becoming a leader easier. Everyone wants to enhance their personal effectiveness and increase their ability to influence others. This is called leading. I build leaders. In a phrase, I'm hired to develop the leader within everyone in the organization.
How many of us here can get another individual to get committed to us personally? How many people here can influence another person to follow them? How many? You can do it. You can do it. Who can't do it? Raise your hand. Correct. Thanks for playing.
A speaker's job is not only to give you cutting-edge information and practical ideas, but also to help you remember. Because we're known as human forgettings instead of human beings. We forget more than we actually learn. What I learned from Doug Henning, the magician, is that we've got to make it fun and entertaining in order for someone to remember. So what we do is we wrap our practical principles in a charming story or a memorable anecdote or a humorous vignette. And if you remember my story, you'll remember the principle. Of course, the most important one is humor. If you've got humor, that'll open a person's heart and get him ready to learn. It's got to be fun, and it's got to be funny. All right, now say, I'm in charge of my own life.
I'm in charge of my own life.
Resist. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Do you ever say this? Why does this always happen to me? Sort of like you drive up into a parking lot, you park the car, you lock the car, you go into a store, you come back out, you look for your keys, and you look in there, and those little babies are dangling in there. And you say, why does this always happen to me? You know, like, who locked them in there? How about this one? You married, Wimberly? Oh, this is easy. Dude is weak already. Okay, all right. Say, she makes me so mad.
She makes me so mad.
Okay, say, I'm in charge of my own emotions.
I'm in charge of my own emotions.
You see, if she makes him so mad, who's got the power? She does. Now, all men know that anyway. But when you say it like that, you give it away. You give her the power, right? So, if you want to keep the power, what you say is, when you do that, dear, I choose to get angry. So I would appreciate if you not do that. Or instead of, why does this always happen to me, you can say these words, why did I create this?
Why did I create this?
See, he took responsibility. You cannot lead if you don't take responsibility for the reality you create. Interactive, that's a key word for me. Our approach is to get everyone involved in some way or another. Even those people who are really not interested in being there right now. Some people learn visually, some people learn auditorily, some people kinesthetically. What I do is design my program so we have a balance of all three. Experiential, oh, that's something that is really welcome. And what that means is we like to get people talking. We like to get them up out of their seats and sometimes even give them the opportunity to take a risk or take a little excursion into their discomfort zone. I really like the idea of bringing who we are into what we do. And my passion that I've been studying for the last 30 years is the mind-body connection. That is, how our thinking influences what happens in our body, whether we're healthy or not, whether we're successful or not, whether we're happy, whether we're a leader or not. One of my trademarks is this. It's called a muscle test response. And it actually shows us what the influence is of mind over body in an instant. It's a very graphic and real way to show how this is of enormous importance in our life. If you remember the old saying, whatever we think about most of the time, we become. You know, we really have to rethink the way we look at our work. Right now, we're thinking it's two compartments. There's our life, and then there's work. And when we go to work, we leave life. Well, that approach is causing a lot of stress in our lives and is also causing the #1 disease in America, heart disease. And that is job dissatisfaction. We really need to look at work in another way. Work is helping us develop ourselves and serve society. If we look at that in that particular way, then we'll fulfill Albert Schweitzer's quote. He said, "I don't know what your destiny will be, but I do know this. Those among you who will learn how to serve other people will be the happy ones." I learned that in speaking, I've got to love my customers and I've got to love my job. And I'm lucky I'm one of those people like this cab driver that loves his job. I also learned that preparation equals performance. So if I really love my customer, I'm going to really customize. I'm going to research. I send questionnaires out. I interview people who are part of my clientele. I will go and talk to people on site. I will do various things to get enough research to really know them so I can really serve them.